So guys, today back for another video on the channel. Today we're here for the second away preview of the Champions League for Newcastle United. Dortmund versus Newcastle United, obviously. Just a couple of weeks ago we played them at St James's. I was there. Disappointing result, but can we make it up in Germany? We'll have to wait and see. People have asked if I'm going. I'm not. I've got no holidays left in work. That's the main reason why. I would love to go. If anyone's going, safe travels and hopefully have a good time in Germany. But in today's preview, we'll speak about what's happened since that Newcastle game. We've had a couple of games. They've had a couple of games. Both teams have played on Saturday, 5:30 kick-off. You're watching this on Sunday, and I've got a video going out, obviously Monday, for the predicted team. Loads of videos out on the channel, so if you could leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's get on now, boys. Let's start off by looking at Dortmund. So then, Borussia Dortmund, from that Newcastle 1-0 win they got at St James's, a lot's happened. They had a 3-3 draw with Frankfurt. They were, let's do the maths, they were 2-0 down, brought back to 2-2, went 3-2, and then they brought it back 3-3 with Julian Brandt. And then a 1-0 win against Hoffenheim at home, Marco Reus with a goal. And as of today, at Borussia Dortmund Stadium, a 4-0 defeat to their rivals Bayern Munich, with Harry Kane getting a hat-trick. That is not the way to go into a Champions League game, especially when it's early kick-off as well, against the Geordies, who are under a little bit better form than what we were going into that game versus Dortmund before. We look a bit more better now. A couple of players back from injury in Willock and whatnot. Looking much better, just beating Arsenal. That 4-0 defeat. But briefly speaking about that game versus Newcastle, they were very good on the day, and I thought they defensively, organisation they had was top of the top where I've seen. Their fans were amazing, and they will bring it to Newcastle. Looking at their team, Kobel and goal, he was immense at St James's. He's starting week in, week out. Wolf at right back, Hummels, Schlotterbeck and Rigason at left back. I'm sure they had the Algerian fella at left back, but one person I was a fan of was Özkan, the Turkish midfielder. He came on for when Emre Can got injured, and he looked very good, just very clean, a bit like a Busquets. Was very good. Even Sabitzer, obviously former Bayern Munich, former Manchester United, he was very good in that game versus Newcastle. Marco Reus was very good as well. Marlon was my man of the match, and then he obviously did get man of the match in that game. He was very good. And then Folkberg up top, he was their striker for that game, but the lad who scored as well, Numencha, he didn't start against Bayern Munich. I'm not sure if he came on as a substitute or anything, I'm not quite sure, but yeah, he did actually. He came on as a substitute. Adeyemi did as well. They've got some players, Dortmund, so even if they make a couple of changes for this game versus Newcastle, I expect them to, but the way they came to St James's, especially with that atmosphere they were probably expecting, which we didn't deliver, probably made it easier for them. Obviously, at their home ground, they're probably thinking, well, if we could beat them once, we could beat them again. Newcastle, on the other hand, will probably think, we were disappointed, let's get a bit of revenge on these away from home. It's a tough place to go, and you can sit there and go, yeah, well, they lost 4-0 Bayern. Bayern are ridiculous of the standards of football. Dortmund, on the other hand, at their place versus Newcastle, I can see them doing a lot of problems, causing a lot of problems, as I said. I think they've only scored one goal in the Champions League so far, so you can see on the attacking side of the pitch, they aren't the most organised, the most fluent team scoring goals, but defensively in the midfield and how organised they actually are, they were top of the block for me. They looked very good, very good organised. In the defence, they looked very good. Obviously conceding 4 goals against Bayern with that team as well. It's not looking promising, but it's a tough one to take for them against that Dortmund result. In the league table, they are 7 points on top, 6 wins, 3 draws, 1 defeat. Their first defeat of the season. So, will they trickle into this bad form now, going into this game versus Newcastle, or forget about it and completely move on as you would expect them to probably do top of the league. Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, why did I say that for? Unreal they've been so far this season. Tough season in the Bundesliga this year, absolutely. They've done well so far, Dortmund. Should bring a test to Newcastle. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Right then, obviously Newcastle United have just played Arsenal. I'm going to briefly speak about it as I've mentioned it in other videos, but in the game, Newcastle looked immense. In the second half especially, defensively we were really good, and if we can handle an Arsenal team that's been unbeaten this season, like Borussia Dortmund, I don't see why Newcastle can't go to Germany and cause a problem. We want a bit of revenge. The lads will be well up for it after that result against Arsenal. They'll probably go to train on Sunday today. Nice chilled session, getting the rhythm of things. Probably have a nice early session on Monday. Get to Germany and get ready to play the match. The lads have got to think, got to give everything. Some of the lads won't be playing at international duty. The players like Jamal Lascelles, Livermore might go under 23. Jamal Lascelles, Joe Willock, Gordon, a couple of other players. They won't be playing in the international break. They've got to just think, give everything they can in this last Champions League game before the international break. They've got a nice bit of time off. Obviously we've still got that game on the Saturday against Bournemouth away, but if they just think about it and just give absolutely everything that they've got in this game, no one can question about it and whatnot. But in that second half against Arsenal, we really turned the gears up, really showed who we are. And if you're beating Arsenal, why can't we beat Dortmund? Yes, it's at their place, it's different to St James's Park. Why not? Why not, lads? Do you know what I mean? It's a tough one to call. It is. Tough place to go, Germany. All the lads will be up for it. The Newcastle fans will be ready to go on the Monday, Tuesday. Why can't Newcastle go to Germany and pick up a result? Even if we got a draw, going into match day 5 with 1 win, 2 draws and 1 loss won't be the end of the world. Obviously, you're not going into a game to draw. You're going into a win. Let's just wait and see what happens. But if I've got to give a prediction now, I'll record this on Saturday night. Feeling positive, feeling ready. I'm going to go for an entertaining 2-2 draw. Some goals by Anthony Gordon, maybe it's a Joe Willock screamer. That's what I'm feeling for this game versus Dortmund. Double upload today. Obviously, we've got the predicted team out tomorrow. That video will be going out on the day Eddie Howe does his press conference, but we'll have to wait and see. Changes will be getting made from that Arsenal game. You'll have to wait and see who gets put in tomorrow's video. See you in the next one, boys. Have a good one, and I will catch you guys later. Up the lads, how are you? Champions League football is back.